know, we had a flash flood incident on Saturday in which 15 or 14 people were swept down the river. We rescued 4 people, 2 adults, 2 children on Saturday afternoon, and we had a total of 10 members that were missing. As of right now, we have recovered 9 victims, and we still have 1 person outstanding. Today, the search effort is a combination of 16 Coconino County Sheriff search and rescue members, 15 Tonto Rim search and rescue members, 4 Navajo County search and rescue team members, and along with them we have 4 canines. One is a human remains cadaver dog. I want to have you take notice that the weather over my right shoulder is starting to build a little bit. That is concern for us. We have people upstream from the scene so that we have the safety of the search crews, so that there's no more chance of another flash flood coming down the river. We are still searching for Mr. Garnica. We have a total of 35 searchers out there today. We will continue searching through the day until darkness tonight, where we will have to secure it due to the safety reasons. We're pretty much thinned out. Our people have been on scene for the last 2.5 days, and they're tired and we're weary, and we're trying to hold on until we can locate this man and bring a closure to this poor family.
As you're looking for Hector right now, is this a rescue or recovery? And also, could you detail the search radius? How big of an area are you looking at?
We are considering this still a search and rescue. We still hold out hope. We still hold out for a miracle. And we're going to keep looking. The search area right now is about 2.5 miles long along the East Verde River. It has been, we got some weather last night with some rain. It did not cause too much of a change in the level of the river, but it did cause the banks to become even more muddy and more treacherous for the search and rescue teams. And they are working their way slowly downstream, and they're going through these debris piles to see if the person is in those debris piles. So we're trying to methodically search this area. As these teams are out searching, they all have GPSs on them, and when they come in to take a break and relieve and water up, they are coming into the command post and downloading their GPSs, so we know exactly what part of the shoreline has been searched in detail and what needs to be searched a little bit more.
I would imagine no search and recovery is an easy task, but when you have this many children involved and you have this many fatalities, it's got to be so taxing on those volunteers and on people that work in different agencies.
Absolutely. This is probably, I've been with the Sheriff's Office for 13 years. This is the largest scale search and rescue that we've been involved in. This tremendous loss of life is just terrible. And all we want to do is bring closure to it right now.
How hard is it on the rescuers themselves knowing that so many kids died in this flood?
Think about it yourself. How would you like to recover if you have children and go down and recover a child that has perished in this kind of an accident? It's devastating, and we have to keep an eye on those people. This is taxing. You do get the PTSD, and if you don't talk about it, it kind of builds up. But I'll tell you, these people behind me are the best, the absolute best. And they are wore out, but they're like, I'm going to get up and go out again. And they're staying in it, and they want to stay in it until it's closed. From where we're standing, where they were all at was about 1.5 miles up the river at the convergence of the Ellison Creek and the East Verde. They were right there at the convergence, and they were up there. It's a well-known swimming hole. We get a lot of people up there during the hot weather, go up there and go swimming. They were all up there having a good time. At the time, there was a large, as you can see, just like it is now, there's a large thunderstorm building on the rim, and it dropped off the rim and started raining heavily within the Highland Fire scar, and that caused a lot of excess runoff because of the rain, and then that brought debris from that fire down into the creek. And Ellison Creek is a narrow creek, and it just built up as it come down. A witness with the family said they had no warning of it other than the wind kind of changed, and they heard a rumbling, and he turned and looked, and the wall of water was coming at him.
Was it just water, or was it debris as well?
Oh no, it was water, it was tree limbs, it was logs, it was the soot and the ash from the fire. They said that the wall of water was black from the color. And of course, as soon as that wall hits you, it takes you away with it, and you swept underwater. You're in the dark. You don't know which way's up, and you're at the mercy of the water.
You know, it seemed like unfortunately, the perfect storm for these victims, because it came without warning, and there was no cell service down there.
The National Weather Service had issued a flash flood warning for this area at 1:30, but they were in an area where they probably would not get any kind of notices on their phone if they have an app with it. So they were all down there just enjoying themselves, and this came down the river, and they didn't know it. It wasn't even raining where they were at the time. It didn't rain till after that flash flood came
So
through.
that flood could have come like 10 miles out.
It was about 6 to 8 miles it came downstream. I have been told, I haven't been able to view it, but YouTube has actual footage of that wall of water that people took further down the creek here. So it was that people did have video of it.
One volunteer had pointed out that this happened on a Saturday. Was this potentially the worst day that the flash flood like that could have happened?
Absolutely, because people came up for the day to enjoy the river and enjoy the cooler temperatures. I mean, for the people that live in the valley, this is a little bit cooler, and they were up here just to enjoy the day. Yeah, if it was a Wednesday or Thursday, we probably wouldn't have that much.
Sarge, I know you found two bodies near and around that bridge. I mean, are you still looking around there as well?
We started this morning with our search just below where they were all at, and we are slowly working downstream towards the bridge. When we get to the bridge, if we have not found anything, we're going to continue downstream by the Beaver Valley subdivision and through the area there. Yes.
Sergeant Hornon, you mentioned that this is a popular swimming hole. I saw some signs warning of flash floods along the road. Any talk now, there's signs for bears down here. Any talk of posting signs for people that are going to head and swim into these areas?
Their signs are already up. You can put up, I'm not trying to be negative, but you can put up all the signs you want, and people are going to still want to come in here and recreate. We have a hard time when they close the forest due to fire restrictions of keeping people out. I strongly urge anyone, if they're not familiar with where they're going, familiarize yourself where you're at, and watch the weather upstream from you, because it could rain 5 miles away and that wall of water can come to you before you even get any kind of rain or anything. There are times when the forest is closed, but we can't, if we restrict people going in during monsoon season, that's what the forest is here for, is for the recreation of everybody. So we have enough restrictions with fire and having the problems with that. The Forest Service wants to keep that ability to recreate in the forest there.
And those who were saved and went to the hospital, they all have been discharged, or is there any updates on their well-being?
They were flown. They were taken to the hospital by ground transport, by AMR ambulance. They were taken in and they were treated and released that night. So they're all doing well as far as I know. Yeah.
They were also family members.
Yes, they were part of the same group.
You know why the family was here in the first place on Saturday?
I don't know for sure. I just know that they were up here in the recreation area. I haven't had a chance to talk to the family. I've been out here. We had some family members come by this morning and offer to help out this morning, and all we just said, no, we're here. We've got this covered. You know, just keep praying, and we'll let you know as soon as we know something.